Welcome back to the Fins Up Network, Dolphins fans. I've been wanting to run this exercise for a little while, and I want to run it for the audience as well because I haven't given you guys a homework assignment in a while, and I have one for you today because I want to get your opinion on this as well. And what I wanted to do was essentially I want to do this twice. Today, run a mock draft, basically act as if the Tyreek Hill trade never happened. I want to try to get the true value of what the Dolphins gave up potentially in this draft to acquire Tyreek Hill. Do it today with a mock, and then following the draft, when we actually have the real results, see which players are off the board, which still would have been on the board, run it again, and then really get the true value of what we gave up. But today in the mock, let's go back and look at the trade because the Miami Dolphins gave up their first, second, fourth rounder in this draft, also their fourth and sixth in the 23 draft. And as we know, the money's tied into this. I didn't put the exact figures on, but you know by now the Dolphins made Tyreek Hill basically the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history. So if we go back, give the Dolphins their picks back, act as if the deal never happened. You remember that the Miami Dolphins first round pick was at number 29. There are some players that were available that caught my eye that would potentially be targets for the Dolphins in this particular situation. Linderbaum is a fascinating prospect. You got an edge rusher that fell in Carl Aftis. However, remember, we don't have Devontae Parker. We don't have Tyreek Hill in this scenario. Let's take Dotson. He's kind of a borderline first, second round wide receiver prospect. He does a lot of great things on the football field. Let's take him right now to be that player for the Dolphins. Now, if you remember, the second round pick was going to be number 50 overall. Once again, list of kind of best available guys. And I want to really focus in on two positions here. At running back, you can tell that Breece Hall was the only running back to go in the first 49 picks, with Walker still there, Spiller still there. Got a couple other positions listed. But if you look at linebacker, Nakobe Dean's off the board, Devin Lloyd's off the board. Got a couple of guys that are off the board already. However, there's still some high quality guys left. So the fact that there's only been one running back taken, maybe there's more by the time the Dolphins pick again in the fourth. Let's go linebacker in this situation. Let's take Chanel because run thumper, Miami needs. Works into the Miami Dolphins blitz heavy scheme, perfect fit. So far we've got Dotson in the first, Chanel in the second. Now let's fast forward to the fourth round. They gave up pick 121. And you can see those running backs obviously fell off the board. We're down to kind of like that next tier. Got a couple of solid offensive linemen remaining, some defensive line edge, some linebackers. But since we ignored the running back position in the second round, let's go ahead, make Kyren Williams the pick for the fourth round. So that's what we gave up in the 2022 draft. So here's your options, Dolphins fans. This is where I want you to comment. If it played out like this, are you happy with the Tyreek deal? Would you want Tyreek and still no pick, no fourth or sixth round pick in 2023? Or would you say, hey, let's forget about that trade. Let's roll with the team with Dotson, Chanel, Kyren Williams. Plus, we would have those picks in 2023. Plus, as you can see there, more cap space. I'm not a capologist. I didn't list down all the numbers. It gets a little bit tricky sometimes. But those are what your options are. And I know, leave your comments, like I said, but I'm going to give my opinion on this as well because I love Dotson. I love Chanel. And Kyren Williams is kind of growing on me in this situation. But with that said, I cannot possibly turn my back on the Tyreek Hill deal for a couple of different reasons. As a top 3 wide receiver in the game still, the speed that he has, his ability after the catch, what he does to spread the field and let others benefit from the defenders that he takes and the space he creates for other people. With Dotson, maybe he could do something like that in the future, but we already know what we're getting with Tyreek. So yes, he's going to be in his late 20s at this point in time, and you're giving up on some future assets here. But I'm still on Team Tyreek in this particular situation. As you can see, I'm even getting a little choked up about it. That's how much I like Tyreek in this situation. But like I said, let's hear your comments because I want to do this same exercise with the actual draft once it's completed later in April to see the real players that would have been available. But for the time being, the mock has to do. But that's your homework for this particular episode, Dolphins fans. And until next time, Have yourself a good one.